Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Fork. In this video we are going to speak about the most important information, the most important news that actually what is happening in the market. Of course we are going to speak about the Fear and Greed Index. We are going to speak about the regulation in United States of America, because this thing is actually have more and more value in the market because of the regulation in the United States of America. We are seeing these crazy dumps. Of course I already spoke about that in my last video, but in this video I'm going to show you more and more example why this is actually maybe even much better for crypto. This regulation much better for crypto for the long term and much worse for the United States of America. We will speak about that. I will show you a few examples about what is happening actually in these days in United States of America and in China, that actually looks that they are providing more and more tools for crypto companies, guys. Of course we are going to speak about very positive news about what is happening in the market in these videos, and the most important thing, this is of course the Bitcoin dominance when the alt season will start. We are going to speak about the DXY as well, DXY, the US dollar index. So let's start with this very important video. If you are watching my channel for the first time, right now this is the right time to click on the subscribe button and of course in the like button as well. Let's start with the video. The price of the Bitcoin is 26,400. Of course we are not seeing any crazy moves in the price of the Bitcoins. We are still waiting for events. I think that these events will come in the near future, guys. The price of Ethereum 1,700 US dollars, Ripple XRP 0.48 US dollars. Guys, we already spoke about Ripple XRP. I don't think that nothing will happen with Ripple XRP. We will not see even results in the near future. Atom 8.49, guys, and of course Solana 15 US dollars for one Solana. I think that this cryptocurrency that actually SEC and especially Gary Gensler told us that they are securities, nothing good will happen with them in the near time. Unfortunately, guys, I actually held a big bunch of ADA Cardano. Unfortunately, I sold all my ADA Cardano, because if the SEC is fighting these cryptocurrencies, if SEC is actually fighting these projects, so I really think that in the near future, unfortunately, ADA Cardano and all the 61 cryptocurrencies that actually SEC told that they are securities, nothing will happen with them. And actually think about that if you are a project that want to invest your money in cryptocurrencies, you want to invest your money in ADA Cardano, you want to build a project on the ADA Cardano, on even on Atom, just think about it that you will have this fear that maybe your project will be not legit as well as these securities. And actually I don't really believe that they are securities, but if SEC is actually fighting them, from my point of view, again, not a financial advice, I don't think that something good will happen with them until SEC will actually publish the real thing, and how we can actually understand which cryptocurrencies they are securities and which cryptocurrencies they are actually cryptocurrencies as we think. So let's speak again about United States of America. Let's speak about the regulation. We already spoke about that, and I really believe that actually the regulation is just started, guys. I really think that in the short term, even mid-term, it might be very negative for us, and we will see this fear, we will see these red screens in front of our eyes again, unfortunately. But again, in the long term, regulation is something very good. We can see that a lot of funds, a lot of big companies that right now they are actually they have fear to enter to the cryptocurrency market. But in the moment when there will be a good regulation, right regulation that will really protect, not what they are doing right now. So I think that more and more companies will enter to the cryptocurrency market. I really believe that actually the industry in United States of America right now, very big things are happening with the industry in the United States of America. Unfortunately, of course, because SEC and Gary Gensler, I think that these companies that actually like crypto platform Coinex, that actually maybe is not a very famous crypto platform, but in the end of the day, this is a crypto platform that actually work in United States of America, and right now they are stopping their operation in United States of America. And I think that for United States of America, this is a very bad news, because this company will shut down their activity in United States of America, but guys, they will move to other places that are more crypto friendly, like Hong Kong, like other countries, exactly as we saw with the case with China, that actually when China is actually banned all the crypto miners. So for 2 months we saw a very negative news. We saw that actually the hash rate is actually falling, that miners are closing their miners, but what they did behind the scenes, that actually moved to other countries to actually work to gain money. So I think that the same thing will happen with all these cryptocurrencies companies. In the end of the day, if United States of America, if the SEC and if Gary Gensler will not fired, we already spoke about that actually the progress to fire Gary Gensler is actually started. So if Gary Gensler will make the same things, I think that in the end of the day, nothing good will be to United States of America, to the business in United States of America, of course, to the crypto business, because again, this is everything, all these companies that are working in the internet, and if someone is making bad things to the cryptocurrency, so I will close my computer, I will move my company to other countries that they are friendly with cryptocurrencies, and I will work there, exactly as Hong Kong regulations are to welcome crypto firms. So actually the regulation for the long term, this is a very good thing. We can see that right now the fear and greed index is 47, is natural from my point of view. In order to actually start another rally to the upside, another pump, we might see more fear in the market. By the history, we can see that 30 is actually the point where the market can actually go to the other way. From my point of view, we might see more and more negative news, exactly like crypto exchanges and crypto platforms that they are closing themselves in United States of America. We might see more and more bad news from the Federal Reserve, from the Fed, that they are going to increase their rates, and we might see more bad news and negative news from Gary Gensler and SEC. Bye guys. But and this is very, very important, that when these negative news are coming, they are just for the weak hands, for the paper hands, for the people that will sell their cryptocurrencies, for these big companies like BlackRock and like Fidelity, that actually they are right now officially filled for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And this is very, very important, because spot Bitcoin ETF, this is a real Bitcoin. In order to start a spot Bitcoin ETF, they must buy a real Bitcoin. And I think that these funds that are actually buying cryptocurrencies in this moment, when there is a negativity, when people have fear and actually selling their bitcoins, this is the right time to buy, guys. Again, not a financial advice from my point of view. All this news and all this bad news will end when the price of the Bitcoin, officially the bull market will start. I think when the price of the Bitcoin will be 40-50,000 for one Bitcoin. But from my point of view, guys, right now, when there is a negativity, when there is a natural, I don't think that there is a natural fear and greed index. I think that right now people are actually scary. There is a fear in the markets, and this is the time when these funds are actually buying Bitcoins. Don't sell them your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin to BlackRock. Don't sell your Bitcoin to Fidelity Investment, which actually manage more than 4.2 trillions in asset. Guys, this is the new whales. This is the people that will buy your Bitcoin. Don't sell them your Bitcoin, guys, because Bitcoin is a very valuable asset. Have just 21 millions of Bitcoins around the world, never more than 21 millions. People want to buy, big companies want to buy Bitcoins, and all this negative news, all this negativity is just in order that you will sell your cryptocurrencies. And if in the end of the day, even the SEC and Gary Gensler will be really fight cryptocurrencies, so in the end of the day, all the cryptocurrencies firm will move to other countries, and Actually, the loser number one will be United States of America. From my point of view, Gary Gensler is going to change his way, or actually they are going to fire Gary Gensler, and that's it. So we can see that one of the biggest funds, and actually BlackRock is the biggest fund in the world, is actually feeling for a spot ETF, and this is very, very important, because spot ETF, this is a real Bitcoin. And let's see, and this is the reason why actually I'm telling you that in bear market everyone is speaking like that. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink calls Bitcoin index of money laundering. So actually in the end of the day, everyone is telling us that Bitcoin is bad, don't buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a scam. Of course it was in the bull market of 2017, but actually what is very important here, that BlackRock CEO just 6 years ago told us that Bitcoin is bad, Bitcoin is actually an index of money laundering, and right now they are buying Bitcoin, they are feeling for spot ETF. They told us that this is a very bad thing, that Bitcoin is very bad thing, that actually Bitcoin is a scam, Bitcoin is a fraud, Bitcoin is an index of money laundering, but right now they are buying. And this is how our world is unfortunately is working, that when everything is very negative, this is when the right time to buy cryptos, this is the right time when all these big companies are actually buying, and actually they are just making fear in the market. We can see that actually on the 15th of June they are actually filled for spot Bitcoin ETF. And the most important thing, that with Coinbase, and actually they will hold their Bitcoins at Coinbase, and we saw that in the last 1 month we saw a lot of bad news about Coinbase. So guys, I think from my point of view that if BlackRock is actually feeling for spot ETF, I think that everything will be good with Bitcoin, I think that everything will be good with Coinbase, and of course if Fidelity is doing the same thing, this is a very big fund, and I think that in the end of the day their actually Bitcoin ETFs are going to be confirmed. But I think that this is everything will happen when the price of the Bitcoin will be already high, guys, and this is the time when the official bull market will start, and this is the time when you will see that everyone is speaking about Bitcoin, that everyone in the taxi driver is speaking about Bitcoin, when you are opening the news and they are speaking about Bitcoin. But this is the time when actually everyone is already bought, and they are just waiting for a new hype in order to sell them the Bitcoin for a high price. The right time to buy Bitcoin, the right time to do it, and actually what I'm doing since 2016 when I just started to invest in cryptocurrencies. The right time to buy cryptocurrencies, this is always when there is a blood in the market and when there is a negativity. So let's go for the last part of this video, and this is very, very important. Let's speak about the Dixie. We already spoke about that, and I already told you that from my point of view, actually let's start with the Bitcoin dominance. Let's start with the alt season. When the alt season will came back to the market, from my point of view, 50 and 51 percentages for the Bitcoin dominance. This is the maximum that will happen. From my point of view, again, this is just we are going above this line. This line was a resistance. Right now, this is actually the support for the Bitcoin dominance. But from my point of view, we are going to go to the downside, and we are going to start the real alt season. But for that, we must see a bull market for Bitcoin, for altcoins. From my point of view, the alt season, again, not financial advice, will start when the price of the Bitcoin will be above 31,000 US dollars. This is the time when the alts until 31 will be actually rise even much slower, and the Bitcoin dominance will go to the upside. But when the price of the Bitcoin will be above 31,000, then I think that the alt season will start, and this is when the Bitcoin dominance will go to the downside. From my point of view, this will be the right time to buy actually Litecoins. This is what I'm doing from my point of view. Another very important chart, this is of course the Dixie. What you are seeing in front of your eyes, this chart is daily chart of the Dixie. We already spoke about that we can touch even 104, 105 by the Dixie. From my point of view, until the end of the year, and if we are breaking this support for the Dixie, we are going to the downside to the 199 support. And from my point of view, until the end of the year, we are going to see a small bull market for Bitcoin, for the altcoin, for alt season. and the Dixie will go to the downside because all the progress, because what is happening with the United States of America, what is happening with the US dollars, and of course with the BRICS. So let's go for the next support and resistance level for Bitcoin. We already spoke about that in my last videos. The next support level is 25,300, then the next support level is 24,200, 24,100. From my point of view, we might touch again these levels and nothing will happen, nothing bad will happen if we will even touch these levels. But actually my worst case scenario is 21,600 US dollars for one Bitcoin, and yes guys, we might touch it, and then the fear in the market will be around 2030. This is when the index will tell us to buy Bitcoin. But again, might be that already all the people that actually opened a long positions already liquidated, and we might go to the upside. But in the same time, very important to look at the Dixie. If the Dixie will go to the downside, this will be the right time to buy Bitcoin. Thank you very much for watching my videos. My name was CryptoFork. See you in the next cryptocurrency video. Don't forget to click on the like and on the subscribe button. Thank you very much, and bye bye.